Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Yarns channel. I'm Liz, and in this first video of my 5-part series, we're crocheting the plain square for the cotton sprout worsted motif blanket. In this video series, we'll be working through each motif using a stitch chart like this one. And I'll go over the charts thoroughly. So if you need a bit more practice working with a chart, this series is a great place to start. I find that these charts are especially helpful when working with motifs like this because you can get a total visual representation of what you're making. So we're making the motifs with our newest addition to the Cotton Sprout collection, and that is this beautiful Cotton Sprout worsted. It's a really soft and smooth 100% cotton worsted weight yarn, and it's perfect for spring or summer projects like this motif blanket. And we made all of our motifs for the blanket using one solid color in like a yellow. But if you want, of course, you can mix it up. We have it in multis and we have other solids. And this blanket consists of 5 different motif patterns, and you will make 6 motifs in each of the pattern for a total of 30 motifs. In the last video of the series, I'll show you how to block each motif and how to join them together to complete your blanket. So let's get started on motif number 1. That's the plain square. Before we start, let's do a quick overview of our stitch chart. Each of these, of course, represents a stitch. This squiggly right here is a magic ring. So we're going to start with a magic ring. So the squiggly is the magic ring, and this chart, of course, is provided in the free pattern at premieryarns.com. These little circles or ovals are chains, and this stitch is the double crochet. So you've got the top, and then you've got a yarn over, which is the double crochet. And all of the stitch charts for this blanket are only going to have those 3 symbols. So we have chains, double crochets, and starting with a magic ring, and that's all you need to know for these patterns. So let's get started on the plain square. We're starting right here in the center of our chart because we're going to work from the center out in joined rounds. We're not turning. Okay, I'm grabbing my 5mm hook and my cotton sprout worsted. We'll start with this nice blue color, which is called aqua. Let's start with my magic ring. So you're just gonna place this over your palm, wrap it around and over, grab that strand, place your hook under and then over, pull that through to make a magic ring. And if you need an overview of that, I have a more detailed magic ring video for you to watch. Let's begin. After we do the magic ring, we're going to chain up 3. So I have 1, 2, 3 chains. 1, 2, 3 chains. Then I have 2 double crochets, and those are going into the ring that we made. So I'll work 2 double crochets into the ring, and then I'll make a chain of 2. So double crochet into the ring, double crochet into the ring, and chain 2. 1 and 2. And now you can see you're kind of just repeating that. So we have this one counts as a double crochet, and then we have 2 more double crochets. So we have like a 3 double crochet group, a chain of 2 for the corner, and then a 3 double crochet group, chain of 2, and of course all the way around. So we'll work that all the way around until we get to this chain here, and then we're going to join. Now at the end of round 1, you can just grab this tail and pull that to close your ring. And then we've got a little bit more of a visual representation of what we have here on our chart. So you can see we have 4 3 double crochet groups, and we have 3 corners, 1, 2, 3. So now we just need to complete our 4th and last corner, and we're going to do that by working 1 chain and then a single crochet, and this single crochet is going to join the round. So you need to work that single crochet into the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3, which is right here, the first chain we made. So chain 1 and then just join with a single crochet. So I have 1, 2, and this is the 3rd chain here. And I joined that with a single crochet. Now we are right here on round 2, and of course you've got like the blue and the black, and that kind of just helps visually separate the rounds for you. So the even rounds will be blue, the odd rounds will be black. And round 2 begins the same way round 1 did, with a chain of 3 and then a double crochet, which as you can see, this double crochet is going into that single crochet there. So we're going to chain 3 and then work a double crochet into the single crochet that we joined with, which is right here. So chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to work a double crochet right into that single crochet. Just kind of have to go in sort of in the side of it. You're still going under the 2 loops, it's just the way it's angled. Okay, so I have a double crochet into the single crochet, and then I have to work a double crochet into the chain 3, which is right here. And then I'll work a double crochet into the next 2 double crochets, and then we'll make a corner. So double crochet into this one right here. It gets a little stretched, so it can be hard to see, but see, these are the 2 loops of the next double crochet, and then this is the 3rd one. So make sure you don't skip this one. So I'm going right under there, and my last double crochet before the corner. And now here's your corner chain 2 space. So in the chart, you can see we have 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and 2 double crochets that are all going into that chain 2 space. And this is going to be the same for each corner for this entire motif, and pretty much the same for all of the motifs to make the corners. In order for this piece to stay flat and work outward like this, you need to increase in the corners. So that's why each of the 4 corners has this corner, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and that's going to be the same throughout. So you can kind of just go through your corners quickly. So right into that chain 2 space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets. So there we go. And now you'll just work a double crochet into each of the 3 double crochets. From round 1, you'll make another corner, do that again, make another corner, do that again. So work all the way around. Now at the end of round 2, we're right here on the chart. So we worked a double crochet into each of those 3 double crochets. And right here you can see we have kind of like a partial corner, because we started the corner with these 2 stitches, and now we just have to finish the corner where the join is. So into the chain 1 space, which is right here, you can see there's 2 double crochets going into that chain 1 space, and then a chain and a single crochet join. So that's going to complete the square, and that's going to make the partial corner. So I'll just work 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into that chain 1 space, chain of 1, and now single crochet to join. So you count up 1, 2, 3rd chain, and just join with a single crochet, and that completes round 2. Round 3 starts the same way. Chain up 3, work a double crochet into the single crochet, and then work a double crochet into the chain 3, top of the chain 3, work double crochets across. And it's always a good idea to count your double crochets and just to make sure you have the right amount of stitches working along the side edges of your square. And then once you get to the corner, you'll work another corner, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, and double crochets across. And now if you just take a look at the chart, you can see that once we complete round 3, we basically did the same thing that we did in round 2, just working double crochets into each of the double crochets on the side edge and then making those corners. And as this expands out, you're just going to keep doing the same thing. You're going to end up with, of course, more double crochets along the sides because you increased in those corners. But each of the remaining rounds stays pretty much the same. The only difference is when you get to the last round, which is round 7, instead of joining with a chain 1 and a single crochet, you just join by making 2 chains and then a slip stitch. And that's the only difference. And your square will look something like this. Now go ahead and make 6 of these squares and then meet me back here for the next video in my series where I'll teach you how to make the V square. See you then.